Have you ever wondered if something as private and natural as masturbation could quietly become dangerous, even deadly, after the age of 60? What if I told you that the very moment you choose to engage in this act could silently raise your risk of a heart attack, a fall, or even sudden death, and most people never see it coming? This isn't about shame. This is about survival. Millions of seniors continue habits they've had for years, unaware that the aging body doesn't respond the same way. Your heart, your blood pressure, your nervous system, they all change. And what once felt like a harmless release could now be triggering dangerous internal reactions. In this video, you'll discover 7 critical time frames when solo activity becomes most dangerous for older adults. We're talking about silent heart strain, sudden drops in blood pressure, fainting, emotional vulnerability, and more. These aren't myths. They're medically documented risks that many seniors never hear about until it's too late. Why should you keep watching? Because this knowledge could quite literally save your life, or the life of someone you love. You'll not only learn when the danger is highest, but also simple, life-saving adjustments that can make your routine safer, healthier, and more empowering than ever before. So stay with us. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools, awareness, and confidence to take back control of your body, your health, and your well-being, without giving up on one of the most personal aspects of your life. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. For a younger body, these changes are easily manageable. The resilience and adaptability of youth allow these physical shifts to be absorbed with relative ease. However, for older adults, particularly those already grappling with silent cardiovascular risks, dehydration, or unstable medication schedules, the very same shifts can become dangerously overwhelming, even fatal. The critical factor here is not just the change in activity, but the time of day it occurs. The moment of the day when these activities take place is pivotal, for it's during specific windows that risk either skyrockets or stabilizes. And one of the most perilous of these windows falls between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m., when sudden cardiac events are at their highest risk. This early morning window is deceptively serene. It's a time many seniors believe to be calm and quiet, a moment of peaceful solitude before the bustle of the day begins. But physiologically, it is anything but. This is when the body undergoes a critical natural process known as the morning surge. After a night's rest, blood pressure rises rapidly, preparing the body for the day ahead. While this is a normal, healthy response to waking up, it can create a dangerous vulnerability for older adults. For those over the age of 60, whose arteries have likely lost some of their flexibility and whose cardiovascular systems may be fragile, this morning surge can be a silent threat, an invisible risk waiting to strike. When sexual arousal and orgasm are added to this already delicate scenario, raising heart rate and blood pressure even further, the combination of factors can overwhelm the heart. The stress placed on the cardiovascular system during these moments may trigger a heart attack or stroke, and the results can be devastating. At rest, when the body is still waking up and adjusting, the systems are inherently more vulnerable. Adding intense physical activity to this fragile state is like flipping a switch too quickly. Something crucial can snap, and once it does, it may be too late to reverse the damage. Sadly, this is not a theoretical risk, it's a reality. Case reports tragically confirm this, with instances where individuals were found unresponsive in their beds or bathrooms after engaging in early morning stimulation. Doctors have later attributed these tragic outcomes to cardiovascular overload during the early morning surge. This stark reality serves as a cautionary tale. Protecting your heart and preserving your health means avoiding intense activity during this high-risk time frame. It's crucial to allow your body the time it needs to stabilize before putting it under strain. Wait until later in the morning when your body has fully woken up, your systems have adjusted, and your heart has had time to regain a sense of normalcy. But here's the unsettling truth. This window is not the only time when you might unknowingly be putting your health at risk. Even if you avoid this early morning danger, there are still 6 other seemingly innocuous moments throughout the day that could silently jeopardize your well-being. So, what are these hidden risks, and how are they affecting your health without you even realizing it? Let's uncover the truth. The second hidden danger lies right after taking blood pressure medications, an often overlooked risk. Many seniors start their day with a dose of blood pressure medication, unaware that this seemingly routine action comes with its own set of hidden dangers. These medications are designed to lower blood pressure, easing the strain on the heart. However, their peak effectiveness typically occurs 1 to 2 hours after ingestion. During this critical peak window, blood pressure can drop too low, a condition known as hypotension. Combine this with the natural cardiovascular stress that comes with sexual arousal, and you have the potential for a catastrophic event: sudden loss of consciousness, fainting, dizziness, or even a stroke. This is what doctors call the double drop effect. The medication lowers blood pressure, and masturbation exacerbates the situation through vasodilation and hormonal changes. The brain, struggling to receive adequate oxygen, may not be able to handle the combination, leading to a loss of consciousness, disorientation, or worse. And because this is typically a private activity, any fall or blackout may go unnoticed, delaying critical help when every second counts. In the worst cases, this can lead to severe injury or even a fatal stroke. Experts, including those at the Mayo Clinic, urge seniors to separate medication routines from any physical stimulation activities. The solution is simple. Allow at least 2 hours between taking your blood pressure medication and engaging in anything that could raise your heart rate. This gives your body time to adjust, reducing the risk of a sudden collapse. But even with perfect medication timing, there is yet another hidden danger that many seniors overlook, one that silently threatens their health every day. What could it be, and why is it so hard to recognize? Prepare yourself for the truth. The third hidden danger occurs immediately after a hot shower or bath, a seemingly relaxing routine that can have deadly consequences when combined with physical stimulation. Many seniors enjoy the soothing warmth of a hot shower or bath, especially in the morning, as it relaxes muscles and calms the mind. But what they don't realize is that immediately after stepping out of the warmth, the body is already under significant physical stress. Hot water causes blood vessels to dilate, which reduces blood pressure and causes blood flow to be redistributed away from the brain. When sexual arousal and orgasm are added to this already vulnerable state, the combination can overwhelm the cardiovascular system, triggering temperature shock, fainting, or even heart arrhythmias. The symptoms can be subtle at first, feeling lightheaded, weak, or disoriented after a post-shower climax, but the consequences can be far-reaching. Your body is struggling to manage 2 demanding processes: cooling itself down after the heat of the shower, and managing the sudden increase in heart activity. What's even more alarming is that seniors often perform these routines in private, behind closed doors, which means any fall or blackout could go unnoticed for hours, delaying help at a time when every moment counts. The result? A dangerous situation that could easily lead to severe injury or death, all from what seemed like a harmless part of the daily routine. These risks are real. They are silent, insidious, and they affect seniors more than most people realize. Understanding these dangers and taking action can literally save lives. The key to maintaining your health, vitality, and independence as you age lies in your awareness of these hidden risks, and the conscious steps you take to protect yourself. The consequence? A devastating delay in medical intervention, and potentially life-threatening outcomes. Many tragic incidents that begin in private moments end in emergency rooms or go unnoticed for hours, all because of a simple oversight in timing. That's why leading physicians strongly recommend waiting at least 30 to 45 minutes after a hot shower or bath before engaging in any form of intimate or physically stimulating activity. This short window of patience gives your body the time it desperately needs to normalize temperature, rebalance circulation, and restore safe blood flow. It's a minor shift in routine, but it could prevent a major catastrophe. And yet, even if you carefully avoid the post-shower pitfall, another stealthy danger waits in the shadows, one that emerges not in the morning, but late at night, cloaked in the illusion of peace. The late-night hours, often viewed as quiet, private, and safe, are a minefield for older adults. So why is nighttime such a hidden hazard? And what must you avoid before bed to stay truly safe? Let's shine light on the fourth silent danger. Late-night hours, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Cognitive fog, coordination loss, emotional vulnerability. For many seniors, the late-night window feels sacred. The world is still. The television hums softly. The house sleeps. It seems like the perfect time for solitude, reflection, and even self-pleasure. But here's what most don't realize. Between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m., your brain is at one of its lowest points in terms of alertness, stability, and reaction time. And that decline becomes far more pronounced with age. Neurologists warn that during these hours, the aging brain struggles to maintain sharpness. Reaction times are slow. Judgment becomes clouded. Balance weakens. And when you combine this with the post-climax dip in blood pressure and the wave of relaxation hormones like oxytocin and prolactin, what follows is a dangerous period of vulnerability. Many older adults attempt to stand or walk immediately after climax, unaware that their bodies are not yet stable. A stumble toward the bathroom, a slip trying to get into bed, a fall in a dim hallway. These are not rare occurrences, they are heartbreaking realities. Too often, the person falls into silence, unable to call for help as others sleep just rooms away. But it's not just physical risk that spikes in these quiet hours. There's an emotional undercurrent, too, one few speak about but many silently endure. Loneliness, restlessness, unspoken sadness. In the stillness of night, when distractions fade, deeper feelings often rise. Some seniors turn to self-pleasure not from desire, but from an aching need for comfort, to fill a hollow space in the soul. But without intention or presence, this act can become compulsive, disconnected, and even emotionally harmful. The safest approach? Shift these activities to earlier in the day, when your body is alert, your coordination is intact, and your mind is emotionally grounded. Pay attention to the emotional messages your nighttime urges may be signaling. Sometimes it's not your body asking for release, it's your heart asking to be heard. But the time of day is just one piece of the puzzle. There's an even more common risk, a hidden danger woven into the very beginning of your day. It's something so ordinary, so routine, that we barely notice it. And yet, for seniors, it silently makes self-pleasure far more dangerous than it seems. Let's explore the fifth critical mistake. When dehydrated, especially before breakfast, dizziness, fainting, sudden collapse. Morning. You open your eyes. The world is quiet, your body still heavy with sleep. But inside, something far more serious is happening. After 7 to 9 hours without water, most older adults wake in a state of mild to moderate dehydration. The body's fluid reserves are low, blood becomes thicker, and circulation slows. Your heart must now work harder to push blood through the body, and it's doing so with less volume than usual. Now imagine placing that same body under the cardiovascular demands of masturbation, elevated heart rate, dilated blood vessels, hormonal changes. It's a dangerous cocktail, and for older adults, it creates the perfect storm for orthostatic hypotension, a condition where blood pressure suddenly drops when you move from lying or sitting to standing. This isn't a small drop. It can cause a dramatic blackout, a wave of dizziness that comes out of nowhere, a moment where you lose your footing, your vision blurs, and the floor rises to meet you before you can even reach out. These falls often occur alone, in silence, before anyone else is awake. There's no one there to catch you, no one there to help, and sometimes no one is there to find you for hours. The tragic truth is that many seniors don't feel the warning signs until it's too late. One moment they feel fine. Next, the world spins. Their knees buckle. The body simply can't support both brain function and muscle activity when fluids are depleted and pressure is low. But the fix? It's so simple, so small, and yet so powerful. Drink a full glass of water at least 15 to 20 minutes before any intimate activity, especially first thing in the morning. Give your body the hydration it needs to support blood flow, oxygen delivery, and cardiac rhythm. It's one of the most overlooked yet life-saving habits a senior can practice. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Each of these hidden hazards, early morning surges, post-medication crashes, hot shower aftermaths, late-night instability, and dehydration shares a common thread. They are preventable. But only if we listen to our bodies, respect their changing rhythms, and act with intention instead of instinct. Your body is still worthy of pleasure. It is still capable of joy, connection, and warmth. But it deserves to be cared for, protected, and understood. These aren't just senior problems. They're life lessons, reminders to treat our bodies not as machines, but as sacred vessels carrying decades of memories, wisdom, and love. So ask yourself, when was the last time you truly listened to your body before acting on impulse? What could change if you did? And as we move forward, there's still more to uncover. Other moments, other habits that may seem harmless but could quietly be compromising your health. Stay with me. The next one may surprise you even more than all the rest. This small yet vital action, keeping a water bottle within arm's reach, whether on your bedside table or in your bathroom, might seem like a simple habit. But in reality, it could be a life-saving decision, especially as you age. Hydration is a hidden, but essential factor in maintaining your health, providing the body with the vital fluids it needs to sustain optimal blood flow, oxygenate the brain, and regulate vital systems. It's a preventative measure that doesn't demand much but has the potential to prevent serious complications. But hydration alone isn't the only invisible factor working against you. There's another silent threat creeping through your daily routine, a danger that feels entirely harmless, yet can be devastating when combined with sexual arousal. What everyday habit could we be overlooking, and how can we protect ourselves from its deadly potential? The answer is coming up. Don't miss what follows. 6. After long periods of sitting or lying down, circulation issues, blood clots, and drops in blood pressure. As we age, our bodies lose the agility they once had to bounce back from prolonged periods of rest. Long stretches of sitting, whether it's while watching TV, reading a book, or lying in bed, can cause blood to pool in the lower extremities, especially in the legs. For most older adults, after sitting still for hours, the body becomes sluggish. And when you suddenly shift from this inert state into any form of physical activity, such as masturbation, your cardiovascular system may be caught off guard, struggling to adjust to the sudden demand. The rapid change in posture, combined with the sudden spike in heart rate, can trigger a sharp drop in blood pressure, leaving you feeling lightheaded, dizzy, or even faint. For seniors, this pressure drop becomes even more dangerous. Blood vessels and the heart become less flexible, meaning the body struggles to compensate for the change. And if you add the elevated demands of sexual stimulation, with its boost in heart rate, increased blood flow, and hormonal fluctuations, it creates the perfect storm for cardiovascular overload. It may start as a flushed face, a slight dizziness, or a general sense of disorientation. But before you know it, it could escalate into a dangerous fall or a complete blackout. To protect yourself, it's crucial to warm up your body first. Before engaging in any form of solo activity, take a few minutes to gently stretch, walk slowly, or move your arms and legs in a gradual, rhythmic motion. Don't rush into physical exertion. Allow your body to adjust and ease into movement. But even if your body is fully prepared and your circulation is flowing, there remains one more hidden threat, one that doesn't originate from your physical body at all, but from something more profound, your mind. What happens when you engage in intimate activity during times of emotional vulnerability? How can that affect not just your physical safety, but your long-term well-being? The answer might surprise you. Stay with me, and let's discover what lies beneath the surface. 7. During emotional vulnerability. Loneliness, sadness, grief, psychological dependence, and hormonal disruption. As we grow older, the significance of emotional health becomes just as important as our physical health. For seniors, especially those living alone or coping with the loss of loved ones, feelings of loneliness, grief, and sadness can become overwhelming. During these difficult times, masturbation can evolve from a physical act to an emotional escape, serving as a temporary refuge from deep emotional pain. While self-pleasure is natural and healthy when driven by positive emotions, it can become harmful when used to numb emotional distress or fill a deep void. When driven by emotional pain, the dopamine surge during orgasm provides only a fleeting moment of relief. However, after the high fades, the chemical drop leaves you feeling more empty, isolated, or even depressed. For some seniors, this pattern becomes addictive, not in the conventional sense, but in how it temporarily masks deep emotional wounds, allowing them to forget the pain of loss or loneliness. Over time, this cycle can erode the ability to form real connections, diminish motivation, and intensify emotional fatigue. It's crucial to recognize this cycle for what it is, and acknowledge the emotional cues your body is sending. Are you seeking comfort through self-pleasure as a way to avoid the emotional pain you're feeling? Are you filling an emotional void, when what you really need is companionship, conversation, and healing? When driven by emotional distress, your body often carries the weight of that pain, manifesting in increased stress hormones, disrupted sleep patterns, and heightened anxiety. The key here is awareness. If you notice these emotional patterns, reach out, whether it's to a friend, a therapist, or a support group. Emotional health thrives in connection, not isolation. If you find yourself turning to self-pleasure as a coping mechanism, it's time to address the root cause of the emotional pain rather than mask it with temporary relief. Now that we've uncovered the 7 most dangerous moments for seniors to engage in masturbation, there's still one final, important question. How can we make this deeply personal part of life safer, healthier, and even more empowering as we age? How can we ensure that intimacy and connection remain a joyful, vibrant, and nourishing experience, rather than a source of danger or emotional distress? Let's explore how to turn these risks into opportunities for lasting health and well-being. How to make masturbation safe and healthy after 60. Growing older doesn't mean giving up on intimacy or pleasure. In fact, for many seniors, masturbation is a private and comforting way to stay connected to the body, emotions, and a sense of vitality. But the body changes as we age, requiring more care, awareness, and preparation to maintain a healthy balance. Making self-pleasure a safe and healthy part of your routine isn't about restriction. It's about respecting your body's evolving needs and adjusting your habits to support long-term wellness. The key to a safer experience is to choose the right time of day. Mid-morning to early afternoon, typically between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., is when most seniors feel at their physically and mentally strongest. During this period, your blood pressure is more stable, your brain is more alert, and your energy levels are naturally higher. Before engaging in any form of stimulation, make sure you are properly hydrated. Drinking a glass of water 15 to 30 minutes beforehand helps regulate circulation, ensures adequate oxygen flow to the brain, and reduces the risk of dizziness or sudden drops in blood pressure. By taking these simple yet vital steps, you can continue to enjoy intimacy in a safe, empowered, and balanced way, protecting both your physical and emotional well-being as you age gracefully. Creating a safe and comfortable environment is key to ensuring that your intimate moments remain enjoyable and healthy. The first step is to set the right atmosphere. Proper lighting is essential. Soft, soothing light helps you feel at ease, while harsh lighting can create tension. Next, make sure your floors are dry and slip-resistant. Falls are a real concern, and taking this simple precaution can dramatically reduce the risk of injury. If balance is an issue, consider remaining seated or reclined. This will help stabilize your body and give you more control, reducing the chance of a fall or sudden disorientation. Don't rush. Rushing through any part of this process, whether it's the physical or emotional aspects, only increases tension and raises the risk. Give yourself time to warm up both physically and emotionally. Stretch, move gently, and breathe deeply before beginning. Your body needs this time to prepare, especially as we age and our systems respond more slowly. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment too below to let me know that you are still here with me. If you're on medications that affect your blood pressure or heart rate, avoid any form of intimate activity for at least 2 hours after taking them. This simple step can significantly reduce the likelihood of fainting, dizziness, or even heart irregularities. These medications work hard to regulate your blood flow, and your body needs time to adjust before engaging in stimulating activities. Perhaps most importantly, pay attention to your motivation. Why are you engaging in this activity? Are you seeking joy, peace, and release, or are you trying to numb deeper emotional pain? Emotional awareness is just as vital as physical safety. When you truly understand your emotional state, you are better equipped to approach intimacy healthily. Whether you're seeking comfort or pleasure, it's essential to ensure your intentions align with your well-being. Masturbation, when done with awareness and care, can continue to be a beautiful, life-affirming part of your journey, even after 60. It doesn't have to be a practice you leave behind just because you age. Instead, it can evolve with you. It's about adaptation, not restriction. Your body is wiser now, and it's calling on you to listen more closely to its signals and need. Final thoughts. Protecting your health without giving up intimacy. Aging changes the body, but it doesn't erase your needs, desires, or your right to experience pleasure. Masturbation, when practiced with awareness and care, remains a natural and healthy part of life at any age. The key is not to stop, but to adapt. By becoming more attuned to your body, you can continue to enjoy these moments of connection and joy. It's not just about what you do, but when you do it, how you prepare for it, and why you engage in it. Ignoring these subtle cues, whether physical or emotional, can lead to real risks, but many of these dangers are entirely preventable. With a few small changes in habit and timing, you can avoid unnecessary health concerns and embrace your intimacy with full awareness. The 7 time frames we explored aren't meant to scare you. They are here to inform and empower. Understanding when your body is most vulnerable and learning how to adapt your routines gives you the power to protect your health and still maintain a rich, fulfilling connection with yourself. Adjusting your schedule, staying hydrated, spacing out your medications, and prioritizing emotional health aren't restrictions. They are tools. Tools for longevity, confidence, and dignity. Intimacy doesn't need to be risky. With just a little more care, it can become safer, more rewarding, and more deeply connected to your overall well-being than ever before. Now that you understand the hidden dangers and the simple solutions, the choice is yours. Will you continue with habits that put your health at risk? Or will you take control, embracing intention, knowledge, and respect for the body that has carried you through decades of life? You deserve both safety and satisfaction, and with the right changes, you can have them both, starting today. Thank you for staying with us and diving into these essential tips on how to keep your intimate moments safe, healthy, and empowering as you age. I hope you now have a better understanding of how to listen to your body, recognize its needs, and make simple adjustments that can help you enjoy these moments with awareness and confidence. What have you learned so far? What changes can you implement in your own life to protect your health while still embracing intimacy? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please take a moment to comment below and share one thing you've learned today and how you plan to put it into practice. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content focused on health, wellness, and living a fulfilling life as you age. Your feedback means the world to us, and it helps us bring even more valuable insights your way.